Hi viewers. There are hundreds of universities in our country, and we always are confused about which should be the choice where we should study. So in this university podcast series, we are trying to get the best of best universities from all regions in India, and we try to ask those questions which are in your mind about the placements, about the academics, about the courses. So I'm sure we all would be benefited out of this university talk series. So in the same league today we have invited Alliance University, and to represent Alliance University we have Dr. Arindam Das with us today. So we welcome you, Dr.
Thank you, sir.
Arindam Das, and let me just tell that Dr. Arindam has just come all the way from Bangalore to our office in Meerut to get this podcast done, and we are really thankful that
My pleasure.
you have traveled for so long a distance, and we are able to conduct this podcast here. So we are really thankful to you, Dr.
Thank you.
Arindam.
Thank you so much.
And to begin with, we would like to know a little about Alliance University.
Mm-hmm.
Means it is located in Bangalore and it
Correct.
has a big name.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us in brief, like
Sure.
how this university comes up, what is the philosophy behind this
Right.
university.
Right.
We would like
Um,
to hear.
okay. So when you are speaking of an institute that happens to be the first university of the entire southern India, it's very difficult for anybody to understand to start from where,
Okay.
right? So now we are into the 26th year,
Okay.
and the silver jubilee had been wonderful with us. Not that Alliance had simply produced numbers in terms of students, but we have created CEOs, VPs, directors, entrepreneurs, teachers. Uh, Now, Alliance University, when it started, and we still retain the campus in the city, a smaller version of it, but the central campus that has moved a little far away from the hustle and bustle of the city, Bangalore. And so whenever somebody asks me what is it that made you stick around this university for
Hmm.
almost a decade now, that I have been working with Alliance, so
Okay.
it's essentially the greenery, something that Meerut and Delhi would perhaps
We long
appreciate.
for.
So, one look at the university will tell you the very, the aesthetics of the university. Its Doric style buildings, its beauty of the nature that it captures with more than 15,000 trees in the campus. And so it's almost a manicured forest that we have.
Okay.
So on one hand, we have this beautiful, lovely, sprawling, green, verdure campus. On the other hand, it's a wonderful, very modern, well-built, state-of-art architecture uh, that we have. Now, Alliance uh, also takes pride in the number of alumni it has generated as I started with it, because it's the student that defines an institute. So we have more than 35,000 alumni spread across almost
Oh,
50 countries,
great.
right? And we have held alumni meet even beyond India several times. Every year we are having an alumni meet at various places within and beyond the country. Um, Not only that, Alliance, as its very name suggests, we're talking about the philosophy. It's the connect that we believe is there. So this connect has helped us build rapport and sign MOUs with more than 70 partner universities beyond the nation,
Okay.
where our students have an option and an opportunity to go and study, whether it's a semester exchange program, it's a summer or a winter workshop that they want to do, whether it's a year exchange program and a dual degree program. So whether it's places like London School of Economics, Paris Business School,
Oh.
etc. We have done that. So Alliance takes a lot of pride. Alliance is perhaps uh, one of the leading universities to have so much of networking across the world.
Mhm.
Other than that, definitely we have teachers, uh, more than 350 in number, and we are
Oh.
constantly in the recruitment process
Mhm.
because we are dynamically growing, both horizontally and vertically. There is a growth that is happening in the courses that we have. In the last 1 or 2 years, we have added courses like design, visual arts. Uh, the liberal arts department is growing in a big way.
Okay.
As you know, I represent the liberal
Oh,
arts
okay.
department. But our flagship program had been the MBA, and it still is one of the most coveted MBA
Programs.
programs in the country.
Mhm.
Our law school has ranked wonderfully in the NIRF program, as did our other schools. So we are also growing on that trajectory. With our engineering, we have a huge number of students taking up the engineering courses. So suddenly there is a growth in the engineering
Mhm.
program also. Uh, Along with all these things, what is also very important is that we have been inviting teachers from across the world, from Europe, from America, from Australia. They have been coming, taking classes. People from Oxford and Ivy League universities regularly they have been coming. Not only that, we have programs such as MA in creative writing, where we have practicing authors, content creators who also take courses along with the faculty
Mhm.
members. And this is like not just one off, this is a consistency that we maintain. And faculty come and stay for a month or two.
Okay.
We have a wonderful guest house, so students get to meet them even beyond the class hours, also the international faculty. Our PhD program has taken up like anything,
Okay.
thanks to the vision of the management. So we have churned out, and we are in the process of doing a lot of cutting edge research, whether it is in the management school, law school,
Mhm.
engineering school, because we have very well equipped labs, wonderful faculty who has published and who have been recognized through their publication across the world. So this is perhaps Alliance in a nutshell, from a perspective that students would appreciate.
Hmm.
And at the same time, we never consider ourselves as employees of the organization. We are almost a family. Teachers have a lot of autonomy over here,
Hmm.
and that gives us a huge amount of breathing space along with the students to perform and give our best. And dynamically, we keep on changing courses.
Mhm.
We have students' participation in the designing of courses. We take feedback in the class as to
Okay.
what is required. The industry inputs are also taken. We have people from the industry coming in and taking classes at the level of VP or CEO also constantly. We are going very big with our entrepreneurship program also in the
Okay.
coming days.
Mhm.
So that's Alliance in a nutshell
Oh,
for you.
great, great, great. Great to know so many things about Alliance University. In fact, tell us a little about what is the typical student life inside the campus,
Okay,
how vibrant it is for a student when he's joining or she's joining a campus
correct,
like Alliance.
correct.
So, what do they do there? Like,
So now we have beyond the academics part of it,
yes.
which is definitely something that defines a student, but not holistically defines a
Mhm.
student. So we have students activity center, and we have a dedicated um, director with a dedicated group of staff and who looks into various student activity programs. We host national and international level sports
Okay.
program. We have a huge campus, so you understand that things like gym and basketball,
Okay.
volleyball, table tennis,
Mhm, mhm,
all these sports are definitely there. Along with that, we also have swimming.
mhm.
So, other than the sports part of it, we regularly run a film club,
Okay.
and every Wednesday we put up an internationally how to put it, okay, very acclaimed and coveted film. Discussions goes around with
Mhm,
that.
mhm.
We have literature club, drama club, aerospace
Oh,
club,
great.
marketing,
Mm.
finance, HR, all these clubs are there. So we name it, and we have it, and if we don't have it, we'll have it,
Mhm, mhm,
kind of. So
mhm.
there are more than 30 clubs
Okay.
that we have that are run by students and supervised by perhaps one particular
Students. Okay.
faculty.
Okay. By
So
the
from
faculty.
drama club to poetry club to
Mm.
I mean moot courts, we have everything, you name it,
Everything.
we have
Great.
it there.
Mm.
um, and as I said, that because it's a very very green campus and extremely multicultural
Mm.
campus, Bangalore in itself, as you know, as we were talking a
Mm.
while ago,
Yes. Yes.
it is
Yes.
extremely multicultural space,
Mm.
perhaps the most multicultural city. So is our campus.
Mm.
Our teachers come from the northeast, from Kashmir. In my own department, I have a colleague
Mm.
from Kashmir.
Okay.
They are from Gujarat, Bengal. I come from Bengal.
Mm. Mm.
So you have both teachers and students who are equally spread out. If you are talking about the national
Mm.
demography,
Mm.
that is there. Even the boys and the girls ratio that we talk
Mm.
about, and that's so important for the inclusivity that shows.
Mm.
So that is also very balanced out in
Great.
the
Great.
class.
Mm. Because the kind of culture we are talking about in Alliance and the kind of spread that this university has,
Correct.
how approachable it is for the parents, or how pocket friendly it is for the parents
Correct.
to afford this kind of
Hmm.
university, which
Correct.
has a lavish, I would say, infrastructure, all the
Hmm.
facilities.
Hmm.
So, is it inclusive also for the society?
Yeah, so the point is we have scholarships where 50% of waiver of tuition fee is also possible based on the merit.
Okay.
So there are various exams, there are various markings of the students that falls into that category.
Hmm.
So that is definitely there. Other than that, if you talk about the ROI, so our placement cell is something that gives you 100% support in
Okay.
any program. So that
Mhm.
support is there,
Mm.
and the highest package has gone up to 26 lakhs.
Okay.
So we are constantly pushing that up.
Okay.
Depends from program to program, as
Yes.
you
Yes. Yes.
understand the
Yes.
average salary. So
Mm.
those details, uh, as you sort of scan and skim through our
Mm. Mm.
website, you'll
Mm.
get an
Mm.
understanding about. Um, Now, the pocket friendliness, definitely, there are ways and options where you can ease out your payment also.
Mm.
So our admission team dynamically
They
keeps on changing
assist.
the
Okay.
rules based on that.
Okay.
Because what we are more keen is about a good student,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So only yesterday we had a meeting where our pro chancellor had said that our aim is to create careers. Our
Yes.
aim is to create the best of the students.
Mm.
And so we have visionaries as leaders
Mm.
over there, and it has never been any kind of problem for students moving out of Alliance uh, to pitch themselves as its alumni,
Mm.
because as we said that we take a lot of pride in our alumni,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
So Alliance is a huge brand name in itself for
Mm.
the
Mm.
students in the
Mm.
market.
Mm.
So whatever be the
Mm. Mm.
I mean a choice of you make, whether in commerce, science, business, arts,
Mm. Mm.
so that way definitely I would say for
Mm.
the ROI is huge.
Okay. Mm. Great. So, do we have some selection process that has to be followed by the student to gain entry into the Alliance University in different programs?
Yes, the standard procedure as is followed by every university or as is dictated by UGC and AICT, that's in place.
Okay.
We also have our own, for example, in PhD programs or in some other high-end programs,
Hmm.
we conduct our own tests,
Tests.
right?
Okay.
AUSAT is there also.
Hmm.
So these programs are there,
Hmm.
and the level is definitely at par with any good entry
The
program into
top
any other good
institutions. Okay. Hmm.
top
Hmm.
institutes of
Hmm.
the country.
So we also hold various conferences of international,
Mhm,
national level in the campus,
mhm,
or
mhm.
what is the criteria? How students participate into those
Okay, so
conferences?
now this is something, yes, good that you talked, and as I said that at times we miss one things. So we had hosted the literary festival,
Okay.
right? So that was a huge success. Conferences are always there. We had hosted conferences in the B school, in the law school, in the
Mm,
engineering school, in the liberal arts program schools. Students proactively engage.
mhm,
We had also engaged students whereby a part of their credit can fall into that. So that
mm,
system is
mm,
something we are thinking about.
mm,
So where students understand the importance of these programs,
mm, mm,
even as we talk and as uh, our team thinks about the entrepreneurship cell, that how the credits could be accommodated. This is
mm,
something that we have in the pipeline,
mm, mm, mm,
not yet
mm,
enforced, but we are thinking about all these things so that a lot of learning happens beyond the class,
mm, mm.
right? And a lot, and the credit accordingly is also given for the same,
Okay. Okay.
right? So we also have students constantly doing a lot of social services,
Mhm,
right? So teachers and students both are constantly encouraged by the
mm,
management to take up a lot of social services, so which is very important.
mm,
And as a part of the uh, as a part of various clubs, the students keep on
mm,
doing that. So a
great.
lot of students involvement is definitely there, not only in conferences or literary
Mm,
festivals, seminars and workshop, but even beyond that also a
mhm,
lot of student involvement is
mm,
definitely,
mm,
which is very important, because one has to understand that the philosophy of education has dynamically changed,
mm, mm.
and it is no more the four walls of the
Correct.
classroom that
Mm, mm, mm,
uh, teaches you something.
mm.
So university is more about an universal
Correct.
approach to
Mm,
education, which definitely is something we
mm,
constantly
mm,
cater to.
Great, great to know that. How aligned we are with the new education policy, which
Hmm,
is,
hmm,
which
hmm,
came into
hmm,
existence,
hmm, hmm,
and programs are ranging from 3 to 4 years now.
hmm, hmm, hmm,
So, are we prepared for new education policy? Are we implementing
hmm,
that,
hmm, hmm.
or is it like we will take some time to, get into it completely?
Surely the undergrad program we have accommodated it. So as the
Okay.
government rolls out, we
Yes.
implement,
Hmm.
because you within quotes have to implement,
Correct.
so that you keep on being in tune and in sync with the UGC and
Hmm.
AICT or whatever is the
Hmm.
governing and accrediting body, or the NIRF, NBA,
Hmm.
NAC, all this.
Hmm.
So the new education policy is there. Now, one very interesting thing about the new education policy is uh, where you can, from a bouquet of courses,
Hmm.
select a lot, right? A lot of courses. For example, if you are doing some a masters in law, and can you take
Hmm.
up a course in
Hmm.
liberal arts? Yes, that's in place. We are slowly pushing that in.
Hmm.
That's something that is happening. And so I don't think that's an issue with us, because we have a lot of teachers super specialized in various
Okay.
streams of their own,
Hmm. Hmm.
and we have a host of students who are very keen.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
alliances, one good thing is that uh, we have a group of students who are very postmodern, not only modern, very
Okay.
postmodern in their
Hmm.
outlooks, and that is how perhaps we have trained them. So this national education policy is something which is very welcome move, both from our end and as well as the end of the students, so that there is a lot to learn beyond your own skewed understanding of the subject.
What is the kind of diversity we have in Alliance University? Because India being a huge
Hmm.
place,
Hmm.
and what I came to know, as per my knowledge, Alliance University was the first private
Hmm.
university in the entire southern India,
Right.
and it is one of the foremost university where students want to
Correct.
join. So, what is the diversity ratio like? You have representation from every corner from India, or is it
Yes,
mostly
yes, yes,
south
yes.
driven?
No, 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 no. That is definitely not there. So, as I said, not only it's from the perspective of the teachers within the class, also this diversity is definitely there. We have a huge number of students from the north, south, east, west, northwest, equally represented
Hmm.
in the class, and we have these students staying put together in hostels, being friendly across in the campus.
Hmm.
So there has never been such issues. It's quite a mini India that you get to see over
Okay.
there.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that's never an issue with us.
And the
I mean,
food that
yeah, yeah,
North
yeah. So,
Indians they miss, like we have
so
dosa, idli,
so me being
or
an
we have
Eastern Indian,
North Indian
I
food also.
prefer idli,
Okay.
because when you go to southern India, that's the best idli you have seen. It's the North Indian version of idli. So definitely I'd prefer idli over there. But yeah, our so this food thing also, the students have saying that we have people who keep on changing the menu every day. The menu
Hmm.
is floated each morning.
Hmm.
We, other than the mess system where the students have their own food as a part of their entire fees that is there, so that's you can also go and buy food
Hmm.
over
Hmm.
there.
Hmm.
Plus we have various other kiosks, other restaurants which is there,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
we it's not possible always to cater for one
Correct.
mess.
Yeah.
So we have lot of
Hmm.
such spaces
Hmm.
which are there
Hmm.
and constantly coming up.
Hmm. Great.
And with
Great.
every festival that we have, this is one interesting thing that you'd know.
Hmm.
uh, we have a lot of importance given to the food street that
Okay.
we have. And this food street goes like the Bengali zone, the Kerala zone, and the
Okay.
Northeast zone, and
Okay.
the Tibetan
Hmm.
zone. So, the students are told that why don't
Hmm.
you make it something like
Try and
that,
make
so that representation from every place is
every
there.
place is there.
So when we have a huge festival, so we'll find the best of the foods from Bangalore's that represents Bengal, or
Hmm.
that represents even maybe
Hmm.
Kashmir, that
Hmm.
will come over there, set up their stall. So that's
Hmm.
fun always for the students,
Great, great.
right?
One last question,
Yeah,
sir.
sure.
Like today, we are talking about entrepreneurial mindset,
Correct.
and for that, it is the skill building, which is a main buzzword.
Right.
So, what are we doing to build the skills, and
Mm-hmm.
not just impart the degrees that used to be
Correct,
conventional
correct,
in nature,
correct.
which is done by still some universities. Most of the universities, in fact, we have the conventional education system,
Mm-hmm.
and which is outdated.
Mm-hmm.
So, how Alliance is progressive,
Mm-hmm.
into this world of
Mm-hmm.
skill building?
Correct. So, as we're just talking about national education policy, it has almost dismantled and deconstructed the entire philosophy of education from the perspective of a student who needs to think beyond these 2 3 4 years in the university. And as we said, we are not just churning out numbers, we are creating careers that sustain them uh, throughout their life. Now, entrepreneurship is something that the government of India, in a big way, had been pushing for, and Alliance had very positively responded to
Hmm.
it. So, for every, it's not only for the B school,
Hmm. Hmm.
but irrespective of the B
Hmm.
schools,
Hmm.
we have entrepreneurship cell. We are coming up in a big way with the entrepreneurship
Okay.
lab,
Hmm.
which would be, for which we will have
You will
CEOs,
need seed
etc.
funds and
And
all.
seed funds would be
Okay.
there, grants would be there. Alliance itself would be funding a partly,
Hmm,
there may be
hmm,
external funding. So all this may be rationalized within the
correct.
next year,
Hmm,
if not
hmm,
sooner. So it's already there. And also another very important thing is that when we are talking about skill building, it's both the hard skill and the soft skill.
correct.
The hard skill, the theoretical part of it, is the understanding that you
Hmm,
have within
hmm,
the class
hmm,
or maybe partially in the lab, but there is a constant visit to the industries that
hmm.
take place. Now, when I say industry, there are various types of industry.
True.
For example, as I was just talking about MA in creative writing, over there we have internship program
Hmm.
also, which is
Okay.
something very intriguing and interesting and has never happened in this
Hmm,
country ever.
hmm,
So, so from whether it is a TVS that we make our students visit, whether it is let's say Sony or whatever. So
hmm.
Bangalore is known for its entrepreneurial hub,
Yes, yes, yes.
right?
It is a
So
Silicon Valley. IT
right,
industry is there,
IT industry,
and
Silicon
other
Valley,
industries as well.
and even it's an entrepreneurial hub where a lot
Hmm.
of entrepreneurs
Absolutely.
and startups are there. It's a
Most of the
startup hub.
startup hub.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's very easy for us to bring in these people
Hmm.
and also to get our students to see
Hmm.
hands-on what
Hmm.
a startup is like, what are the challenges, what
Hmm.
are the growth prospects, opportunities.
Hmm.
So all these is something that we do not see as something, as an X factor that we add to the course. It's almost integrated to each and
Hmm.
every
Hmm.
program.
Hmm.
So we take pride in that.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Hmm.
that's as if, as you said, that it's not something extra or a co-curricular event. It's an integrated part of
Integrate
the
part.
entire program that we do, and every
Hmm.
program
Hmm. Hmm.
that we do. As far as soft skills are concerned, we have people invited from, again, from the industry. Internally also we have skilled members as soft skill trainers who constantly engage with the students,
Hmm.
address psychological and emotional perspective, the perspective of empathy, the perspective of tradition,
Hmm.
knowledge, heritage.
Hmm.
So all these things, because one has to understand that the kids that we
Hmm.
are talking about, these are kids of the digital age,
Correct.
right? So now how to use and how to steer through this world of uh, this digital world very empathetically is something that
Correct.
we constantly keep on
Hmm.
harping on, I would say.
Wonderful, wonderful. So it has been really enlightening for all of us to know about Alliance University, and Dr. Indradas, you have good understanding about various aspects of this university, and everybody would be benefited out of the words that you have
Sure.
told, and I'm sure viewers would be benefited with all queries that they have, the kind of questions that you have. In case you have few more questions, you can always put those questions in the comment box, and keep subscribing these videos so that we keep talking about these universities, and you will have more awareness about the courses and the kind of education system that is transforming in India. Thank you everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much.